there is a space for everybody at the local library. There's always going to be books, but there's musical instruments, there's board games, there's video games. There really is something for everybody, and that to me is library joy, that we all just get to decide why we love the library, why it brings us joy. My name is Mychal Threets. I am obsessed with library joy. I'm a librarian, and I've loved literacy and libraries my entire life. I started out on TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic. I didn't know what to do. It was either download TikTok or get Animal Crossing. I didn't have a Nintendo Switch, so it was TikTok for me. I started out like everybody else, trying to dance, quickly realized I am no dancer. And I remembered I love books and libraries, and I just started making videos about books and libraries. And then I started sharing stories about everyday people from the library, and it really seemed to resonate with people.
The other day I was handing out books, and this person comes up to the table, sees one of the newer Diver Wimpy Kid books, and says, "Diver Wimpy Kid, they're still making those? Those books saved my life."
My favorite thing about being on social media is just being able to tell the stories. It truly is an honor, a blessing to me. I call myself the narrator of library stories, so it really is just so cool. And the least favorite thing, I think it would shock people to find that I don't like being the center of attention. So being a social media person is kind of being at the center of attention. So there are many days I wish I could be back behind the scenes, but I'm still very thankful for what I get to do, every cool moment I've experienced.
I asked the kids, I said, "Are you guys ready for Leonardo the Terrible Monster?" And they said, "Yeah!" And then they asked.
Most of my go-to book recommendations are tattooed on my arm. I call it my reader's advisory arm, so I always use the monster at the end of this book, Where the Wild Things Are, Alice in Wonderland. And again, it's so individual, but those are some of my absolute favorites. Positive and negatives of being a librarian in this day and age, I think a lot of the positives are just the stories that we get to come across, the people that we get to see, the lives that we get to impact and change on a daily, weekly, yearly basis. The negatives are just our funding. We need more funding to support libraries. Libraries deserve everything good. Ban books, of course. I mean, everybody deserves access to books. We should all be celebrating the freedom to read, not banning books and removing access to books. So the biggest challenge in 2024 around literacy is honestly it's literacy rates. It's people actually wanting to read. Literacy is the answer to liberation. That's how we become free, important, influential human beings. Literacy is how we become the best possible humans in the world, and it's my mission to remind people of that through joy and more so through conversation.